Hello and welcome to the Liverpool Community Podcast here at the Big Condo Studios. We're still talking to artists week by week, day by day that are coming up and joining us on the Big Condo Records Weekender Festival in a short while, only a couple of weekends away now as we record this. And now today we have in front of us and with me are joining the brilliant Splendour from Manchester. So great to meet 3/7, something like that, of the lineup of Splendour. Yeah. So let's go around the table. We'll start here on my right. We've got Solomon.
Yep.
Your instrument is?
I'm on bass.
He's the bass player. We have Nimi.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are the lead vocalist.
Yes, I do a bit of singing. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. And we've got Ivan.
Yeah.
Who's on drums.
Drums.
So just tell us, lads. You can start us off with this, mate. Who's missing?
We've got Fran, who's she's harmony singer or secondary singer.
Shout out.
Hi, Fran.
What is she, next door?
Well, yeah, she's missing. I think life just got in the way.
Okay.
Jan, he's I think rhythm guitarist. He's still in uni down south. He's not been able to make it.
Okay.
Then who else? We got
Nico.
Lead life's got in the way again.
Life's got in the way.
He's the lead guitarist.
Yeah. Okay.
And Louis on holiday was the keyboard player.
Yeah.
Oh, what a loser. Sorry, Louis, I was only joking. So, okay, so you're quite a crew there.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So we talked just before we came up here on camera, and just describe again your music, please, for the people that are watching out there.
Oh, it's a mixture of everything. Like soul. What did you call it?
Like
a technical term.
R&B with neo soul, a bit of rock in there.
We were rocking there.
Yeah.
But
It covers so much.
Yeah, we've dabbled in a bit of reggae as well. We just
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
Experimenting.
Yeah. Well, that's all cool.
It's in the works.
Yeah, fabulous. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your backgrounds musically, if we can. If I start with you, Ivan, I'm going to pick on you first, mate.
All right, great.
So tell us about your musical background and what you really first registered with you, what first hit you emotionally from your childhood and stuff, you know?
Since I started playing drums when I was 12 years old.
Okay,
and, there we had a drum set at church, and after every service I would go to the drums and just like self-teach myself.
Fabulous,
I've just been self-taught my whole life.
Fantastic.
I've been watching like YouTube videos and of course watching the drummer at the church.
Yeah.
And
that's great.
I've been
So is that kind of a gospel kind of style of music they were singing there or playing there, or how would you was it gospel influence?
Like gospel kind of rock,
Yeah.
kind of Christian rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
I come into that, and then it's the same with Nico as well,
Yeah.
our guitarist.
Yeah.
And we grew up together as kids.
Right.
So, and we've just been jamming for years. You know,
This is in sunny Bolton we're talking about now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I can't believe it, can you, Chase? All this flipping gospel excitement going on in Bolton?
It's weird, I know.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only one.
Yeah, he's the gospel. Yeah. Well, unless the other guys still moved on or whatever. But okay. So what were you listening to outside of the gospel scene then?
Mostly R&B.
Yeah. Give us some names. Come on, don't be shy.
All right.
We'll start some some Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar, Frank Ocean, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I know. Frank Ocean, yeah. Okay. You've done enough for a few months. I'll come back to you and torture you some more in a minute. Okay, Nimi, you're going, mate. What about your background and growing up?
I mean, same isn't like so. Obviously, I was born in Nigeria. Moved to London a bit after.
Right.
But it all started at the church. I think my mum said from the earliest she can remember, I always used to run up to the drums and just be like, yeah, I want to play, blah, blah. And then when I was like, so I always used to play in you have a children's church, I always used to play there. But
really?
It was like, just a bit of just rhythm, hold the
Like a
rhythm
bit
down.
like a Sweden on a Sunday school, I suppose?
Yeah, Sunday school,
yeah.
so we'd have that. Sunday school, little tiny tots. Shout out Jesus, like.
But what I'm hearing though, of course, that's where soul music comes from.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. That's the roots of soul music.
Literally what it was. But it's it's funny, like that's where like really started. And then I tried. So at a very young age, I don't know. I was like, oh, I really want to join the main choir, and then I started going up there, and it took years of just like he said, watching the drummer there.
Yeah.
Like a lot of just staying behind and just, again, self-teaching. I remember the only drum lesson I ever had was in primary school because of the actual drummer of the, you have the drummer of your year. He'd been naughty, right? And I got given his drum lesson because I used to tap. So I was like, he's one of my friends, but I looked at him like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I get this drum lesson. But then I've always been told I have like a decent ear for music.
Yeah.
But I always
you're in the choir as well. Were you singing in the choir?
Yeah. Well, no, I was drumming in the choir.
Okay.
Right, I never.
Oh, you weren't singing? No. Oh, okay. Right.
I do sing sometimes, but yeah, I literally started a drummer. Like, you know what I mean?
You should talking about the lead vocalist here, aren't we? You should have said that.
Yeah.
You should ask him about.
Someone needs to tell him. He's the lead vocalist.
All right, yeah. I remember some point.
Ask him about your theatre.
Oh, me? Well,
yeah.
We'll get in there. And then
we get somebody's going to write a book at this point.
Oh, this is the autobiography of Nimit right here. But yeah, so blah blah blah. Skip past that. Been playing the drums there, and obviously again the church influence, all that. But then I didn't really start singing till properly for us till college.
Right, really? So obviously your voice had changed and matured and stuff.
Yeah, because to be honest, I used to do a bit of rap and songwriting, but I never. I got told that no, you can't sing, just stick to rapping. So I was like, cool. But then my voice, I feel like, shout out to Abitron
absolutely
at Holy Cross, because I did the musical theatre, like he said, Little Shop of Horrors, and that really helped.
Little Shop of Horrors is
the musical,
cool, yeah, it's really cool,
and that helped train my voice, and then obviously getting to work with everyone. And
I think I'm no expert, believe me, in rap and hip hop.
Yeah,
it's never been really. I mean, I love a lot of it, but it's little snippets here and there for me,
Yeah.
But I do genuinely believe, I'm a vocalist myself. I do think if you can rap, you can definitely sing.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. Yeah. Because you've got all the tools in there.
Yeah, to an extent.
Muscles.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Yeah. So that's cool. So who are your favourite artists then? Going back to when you started getting into it, who were you listening to back in the day?
I was listening to a lot of church music. But then I don't know. It starts with.
Why is this such a difficult question?
I don't know.
We have a lot of influence in it. I
mean, Frank Ocean's in there, obviously.
Yeah,
but then it definitely started with your Brunos and your Michaels and like.
Call them out,
Bruno Mars. Who are the Bruno?
Bruno Major.
Oh yeah, I know there's Bruno Major, but he wasn't around when Bruno Mars was around. Definitely not.
Bruno Mars is amazing.
Yeah, so it definitely started But
cool.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Cool.
Really.
Okay, nice one.
Yeah, thanks.
Right, okay, we got round to you eventually, mate. Flipping heck.
Tell them my whole life story. Oh gosh, sorry.
Where'd you come from musically?
I started with rock. My dad, he did sound engineering for Feeder and Ocean Colour Scene, so rock has always been around.
Two of my favourite bands.
Really?
Wow.
Both of which I've seen. So you used to engineer for them then, eh?
Yeah, he still engineers for Feeder occasionally.
Oh, fabulous,
as well, yeah. So yeah, rock has always been around since a very young age, and then around year 7, so I would have been 13, getting into Stevie Wonder and all that genre, that 70s soul around there. And then one time
Jamiroquai, maybe, I suppose you throw him in there.
Yeah. He comes back off tour one time and shows me this video that his friend showed him on Facebook, and it's this 4-piece called the Fearless Flyers that was just 2 guitars, bass, and kick, snare, and hat.
Right.
And I have never been blown away by something, because it's just like there's purely instrumental, super funky, and I see this bassist, and I've never seen bass being played this way before, and I've only played bass when the guitarist position's already taken.
Sure.
And so I see this and go, I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be.
That's fantastic.
And so from there, they were like a separate thing of Wolfpack. That's the Fearless Flies, and since then it's been like Wolfpack, Cory Wong, the Scary Pockets, and all this. They're like California-based funk scene.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Just been fascinated by that.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of the influences come from now.
Fantastic. So you're obviously a big student of the art as well, by the sound of it.
Yeah.
So who are the writers in the band?
Everyone.
That's an unusual answer.
Yeah.
Everyone has a say.
Everyone has a say
in the song itself.
Like, I mean, for examples is so
when there's 16 of you, that's an unusual answer.
Yeah, not like. Saul, I will say, can almost play everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And obviously, like you said, he's a student of music or whatever.
Obviously so, yeah.
And Saul will sometimes make up like a melody or a little funky, like, you know, just an instrumental. And then sometimes we'll be like, okay, so over lockdown he sent me a load of it because we weren't even in the same band then. We were just like,
You're really inflating my ego here.
no, we've got to let them know. But like
You do need to let them know.
Sorry, over
we
lockdown.
all need to know, don't we?
Yeah,
We all need to-
exactly.
that's right, yeah.
So over lockdown, like we weren't in bands, but we're just like, we want to make music. Like we just want to get out of this lockdown, and make music. And he sent me like loads of stuff, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, we'll look at it. And then sometimes it will just click. But it's weird because I feel like everyone balances each other, and so I'm a person that. Annoyingly for him, I'm a person that hears just a melody. I'm like, da 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 da, and I was just like, and then he would
drummer's thinking there.
yeah,
Right.
like you hear the melody and do a voice note, and then he'll be like, right, and it's gotten better over time, obviously. But he'd be like, right, I got you, like, you know what I mean?
I can get inside your head and
And it works. It works perfectly.
Yeah,
it works like
yeah.
that. And then Nico, one of our first songs, Nico wrote the chords for it.
Cool.
He has his own interpolation on the I'll be like, yeah, this just go and he does the drums on it. Fran puts her own spin on it, and Jan as well is a singer-songwriter who's
Fabulous, yeah.
been in a choir for years and everything. So everyone just kind of it works.
That's amazing, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a real creative collective,
Yeah,
isn't it? That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And so, you always have to ask about the words, really. The words coming from everybody as well, different folk, different.
Main writers is Nimi, you and Jan, and sometimes
Yeah.
Nico as well.
Definitely,
They're the main lyricists.
Awesome,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's obviously your background for what you're saying about. getting to
I
it.
mean, I won't call myself like an amazing songwriter, and it keeps getting better. I feel like being not even that, but being surrounded with you guys, it's like it keeps getting better. But like, come on, there's people that I can't even want to say, but some amazing songwriters that I personally know. But
Well, I'm sure we all look into the background.
Yeah,
don't we?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
It's our interest, isn't it? There's
Yeah,
a great book
yeah.
called. There's a great book by Daniel Rachel called Isle of Noise, which is a line from The Tempest by Shakespeare. If that
we did that at A level.
Okay, right. Yeah. Well, it's basically a large number of interviews with top line writers, all of whom you could probably name, Paul Weller, people like that. You know, obviously they get Noel Gallagher and right up to current times, and it's well worth a read because they've all got their own take on how they do it, and they've all got really interesting theories about where it comes from and where the mystery comes from. But a lot of them say, in fact, they nearly all say, you've got to write and write and write. First of all, don't ever throw anything away. But also, you've probably got to get through the shit ones to get to the good ones. Have you had that experience? I don't know. How do you feel about that?
We've been able to get like anything that's shit has been either combined or changed enough that it's then turned into
That's
something.
why you should never throw anything away.
Exactly, yeah.
You'll find it wasn't a waste of time writing that because it fits there. Oh, amazing.
We'll have moments where, I mean, the first song where we wrote Fiery Flame, so we developed it before, and literally we need to finish it a week before the first
Tempo on that was like
It was rapid.
completely changed.
Like it used to be. Yeah,
It
like
used to be so quick.
and then everyone kind of we'll have a sit down and we'll loop it, and we'll have a process, and then something will come, like, just if you're listening.
Brilliant.
And then there was a point where I so we'd want to be like, okay, we want to write, we have to write. But then sometimes the best thing, I think, for us, I think that we realize is like we can let everyone go away and get all their ideas and stuff. And I feel like the best thing with writing for us is like, you have to write when you feel like you need. It doesn't have to be like you have to write every single time. It has to be.
No, that's right.
It has to be
sometimes
like,
I find that I've found myself that I don't know if anybody relates to this, but I've often found that if I get into a state of anxiety with life, that's when I'm most creative, which is kind of not really where I want to be. But my God, it starts to flow at that point, which is kind of a strange scenario. It's almost like a different kind of mindset.
Definitely.
That's for me anyway.
I think it helps being able to, like, for example, if you're going through an anxious period, that's a place to put it away from your mind and just put it on a page, put it into art.
Get
or
it out.
something.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely right. And again, that's a really common thing that all writers say, that they just start by just need to get it out.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, fascinating. It's a fascinating. I could talk about it all night.
Yeah,
but we can't.
yeah.
So where are you going to play? Where are you going to play at the Big Condo Weekender? You tell us. Come on.
So
the Quantum Stereo stage
at the shipping forecast.
That's the one.
At the shipping forecast. These guys, props to these guys. They've come all the way over from Manchester. Well, at least
thank you.
Probably two of them have, because
I'm from
this lad, Ivan's at was it John Moore's University?
University.
Awesome, mate. Yeah. Well, well done, you guys, for coming over for tonight. And
thank you.
we're looking forward to seeing you at the Shipping Forecast. It's a lovely venue. The venue, the part of the venue where you'll be playing is in the basement, which is probably usually a good thing. Would you agree with that? I don't know if you've played in any basements.
We're the opposite. We're at the top of the house normally.
Oh, right, okay. Well, there's two levels, and there's activity going on the upper level, but that's probably going to be some guy doing some covers and stuff, not related to what we're doing. We'll be in the basement, nice and low ceiling. If you get 50, 60 people in there, it's like really rocking, you know. So you'll get a lot of feedback from the audience as well.
That's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So well done for getting all the way over here for tonight. I really, really appreciate that, obviously.
Thank you.
So you've described your music as R&B, neo-soul with guitars. That's awesome. We've named the absent members. Shame on them. What other shows have you got coming up at the moment? What else have you got booked?
So we've got a show August the 15th called, guys. It's called, what's it called?
It's
Attic Jam. Attic Jam.
Where's that?
It's at Band on the Wall, Manchester, the bar
awesome.
stage.
Yeah.
Come down if you can. I know we're in
We've
the
got 4 people supporting us as well.
Scarlett Griffiths, Holly Walsh, Farah Bassett, and Rosarin Asute. I hope I've got that right. Shout you guys out. They will be there with those amazing voices that we were lucky enough to, go to college with, and just it's good to be surrounded with talented people, and they'll be there supporting us as well.
Absolutely. So are you at college as well now at the moment, or you're working?
First year of uni.
You're at uni. So which uni are you at?
I'm at Huddersfield doing law.
Huddersfield.
Do you like Huddersfield? Yeah. It's quiet.
Noise is off, they call it. I don't know. So Chase was at Huddersfield. Chase has been everywhere, man. And yourself, are you studying too?
Yeah, I'm in Leeds Beckett.
Solomon's at Leeds Beckett. Okay, super.
There.
No, me. So that's something you got coming up. So we'll flag that up for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what are your what's your social media? Just
the band.
And I've known as on the social media.
So we are Splendour with _Splendour.
Awesome. Okay. Do you get any sort of feedback from the Splendour Festival? Ever heard of the
no?
Splendour Festival?
It was actually foot going.
No, because we have to really push that. We're spelling it with a U.
You need to make that plain.
We
then.
need to
Spell
get
it out.
clear.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Splendour with a U. Because we didn't realise it at the time.
I mean,
But
Con
it's,
named it, didn't he?
Yeah, Connor, who is an ex-member, basically. He wasn't kicked out. He's just like, as we developed, some people just were shifted about, and he named it after it was
the Greek graces.
It's like Greek graces. I think it was
Goddess of music.
Goddess of music, something like that. And that was Splendour because he was really into.
He's a rockhead, so it's very
deep stuff. This.
Trust me.
But
metaphorical.
it's kind of just put in the background that now it's just we are Splendour. That's all that matters. I'm not going to say we got Greek background or anything. Not relevant.
I mean, he's always there in the background at practice. He just comes in. I was like, he's
you just give me a call.
So
Can I come in?
Somebody needs to drive the van, mate. I'm sorry, Connor. That was really
shout out, Connor, man.
So that's really cool. So that's the Sunday night. That's going to be June the 4th at the Shipping Forecast, which is right next door to the very, very famous Jacaranda Club, which the Beatles had a hand in building and painting and creating right back in the day. So it's right in the middle of the creative area where all the clubs and pubs, and it's a fabulous part of town.
We walked past it.
Fabulous part of town, yeah. So we're really looking forward to hearing you do what you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. So there we go. I think that's how this was your first podcast.
First podcast.
It's fun.
I don't think, Chase, would you have ever known that this was their first podcast? I couldn't shut them up. from the professional. Yeah.
He had to lean into the mic, you see.
Oh no, they're not going to be able to hear me now.
I think what we can
Yeah.
say is well done, guys. You've done a really good job. You've
Thank
done
you.
a really good job.
Thank you.
So yeah, so.
You guys ain't got no music videos.
Oh well, yeah, they haven't got any music videos. So what are we putting? We're putting that out there on the internet, are we, Chase? Or are we gonna actually lock them in? We're gonna lock them in
I mean,
tonight and
Luke-
not let them
Luke-
go
Luke Bridge
until they
wanted to
sign
do
up for music
Luke Bridge
video.
wanted
Yeah,
to do one.
is that the plan?
Yeah, but we don't.
You know, we got the live recordings. Of,
We've got
on
yeah,
YouTube,
but
which is linked to our Instagram. But
So people can at least hear.
Yeah.
hear
Oh,
what
we
you're
can
about,
hear
yeah?
what we
most
sound
recent
like.
one is the highest quality audio because the rest of them have all been quality from the phones, but we was able to get the stems. on the
Right.
recent
and
one.
he did
Yeah.
all that, by the way.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
mixed
yeah,
it
So,
all.
yeah.
that's all with good audio, but mediocre video quality.
Okay, well, we'll have to check
Oh
that
yeah,
out.
well, what do we sacrifice? Good audio, mediocre. Right?
Yeah.
This is the Chase advert now.
Hey, Chase, you should definitely help us do a music video someday, please.
Yeah, without
Please.
a doubt, man.
And the
You,
content.
you won't be allowed to forget that, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much
Nimi,
for having us.
Solomon, Ivan,
Yeah, thank you.
the missing guys, sorry you couldn't be here, but it's been great fun. Good luck on the night.
Thank you.
We can have a look around here, hopefully, before you go with a bit of luck, and maybe
Yes,
Roy will show you
please.
the studio next door.
Yeah.
So this has been, once again, the Liverpool Community Podcast with me, your host, Phil Beale. If you like what you're hearing and seeing, first of all, go and look at Splendour online. We are Splendour, with a U.
Whether you.
Really?
If
With
you
a
like
U.
the podcast, obviously, hit the bell, send us a message, like, subscribe, and let's take it from there. But for now, with Phil Beale, myself, Splendour the band, we're over and out. Thanks, guys.
Swear.